Stranger show of this format, Wyatt and I have decided right now.
Just right now.
Literally
This
right
minute,
now.
yeah.
Well, we've been kind of talking
Yeah.
here and there.
Yeah.
This episode is going to be talking about the final 2 episodes of season 3. 2?
Yeah. 3.
3.
2 is
Oh.
garbage.
2 is garbage, yeah.
So what do you guys think when you return to doing the other show, what do you think? Like the time
Okay.
frame, like once a month?
Oh, maybe. I don't know. Maybe we'll want to do more because we'll be more interested in the content.
Yeah, this has been so...
It's been hard.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's a little backstory. Wyatt and I loved season 1. Season 2 was rough getting through those episodes because I didn't like that season. Neither did he much. Season 3's been better, but I think we're kind of bored of the content of talking about it on a show. So we've been talking about how we wanted to do something different. We want to do a show together still. I think what we're going to do, we decided to keep the name. We're going to change to A Stranger Show. And we're going to keep talking about stranger things whenever we want, if we want. So the next season of this show will be a lot less Stranger Things, unless something interesting happens, we'll talk about it.
Yeah, we can talk about the highlights maybe at some point.
Otherwise, the content that Wyatt and I were just talking about prior to this show was more interesting than what we have to talk about the show, which we were just talking about gaming.
Yeah.
So I think the show will probably change to a gaming format more type of gaming.
Yeah.
I also have something to tell you after the show too that will add to that.
Okay.
By the way, remind me of that.
All right.
But we're going to be talking about gaming, and eventually we would like to. I'd like to see the show turning to a Let's Play game podcast. Let's Play podcast.
Yeah.
Which that's the information I want to tell you after the show.
Oh, okay.
Something I've been working on. But yeah.
Nice.
Stranger Things. The final 2 episodes of the season.
We barely remember any of it.
Yeah, it's been a while. And I didn't do any prep work before.
Neither did I.
Okay, cool. But I know that, so the second to last episode was at the fair, right?
We're just going to go over the highlights.
Yeah, we'll highlight it.
The stuff we actually remember.
So this character that they made us love, Alexi, because I didn't care about him in the beginning, but they did a good job of doing this slow burn of making us like him. They kill him.
I was devastated.
The show does a great job of introducing a character that...
Bob.
Because I didn't like Bob in the beginning either.
No.
But the show does a great job of character development, I would say.
Yeah.
Where they introduce a character and you're like, nerd, you know. And then they like make you like him. And then they kill him.
Yeah, except for that's not the way they did it with Barb. Justice for Barb is so stupid. It's like a Visco girl thing.
I never cared about Barb. But I'm saying Bob, though, for sure,
Yes.
I liked, and that was sad. And then now Alexi. That was probably the hardest one.
Alexi was so sad.
Man, he just got done winning that Woody the Woodpecker stuffed animal.
Yep.
Gets killed by the Russians. Lame. Anyway,
And
that's
he had
what
just
happens
made
to that
a new
episode.
friend. He had just made a friend that could actually speak Russian, the weird sex dude.
Yeah. Yeah, that guy is a weird sex dude. He's kind of a sexual predator in a lot of ways. Brett Gelman.
Oh, yeah.
I want to see this series jump in time and then just have him getting cracked down by the FBI for all the weird crud he's been doing in his basement.
Yeah, I like it. I like that episode.
That can just be an entire
I'll watch that
2-episode
episode.
arc.
It'd be better than that episode where 11 goes to find her parents or whatever.
I don't know. Would it be better or would it be slightly more off-putting?
I mean, it would be more interesting.
Interesting, sure.
So that's what happens to that episode. I mean, is there anything else that's of name? I mean, the kids are getting back to the mall. Everyone's kind of getting together.
Oh, Billy's still got the weird parasite thing going
He does. The kids are all gathering in the mall. I think that's the episode where we see 11 throw the car, which is kind of cool.
And then next episode
These
is where
last
it picks
couple
up.
episodes, they throw the most budget at.
Yeah. Yeah, we see her throw a car. It looks awesome.
It's why it's worth watching. It's
Yeah.
because of the last couple episodes.
So then the final episode happens. They're all in the mall. It's a showdown at the mall. See what happens. The mall / the underground, Russian lair.
Okay, Lucas did nothing for me. Mike did nothing for me.
No.
Max did nothing for me. 11 was okay in her spot
Yeah.
in this, but
I guess it's notable to point out that she, at this point, has kind of lost her powers.
well, no, that's after all this.
No, it's about when she gets the thing in her leg.
Oh, yeah. Wait.
Yeah.
That's how she lost them again? Oh, my God.
Well, pretty much, yeah. So she gets the thing in her leg, and she can't move stuff really. So, so they go down in the lair to where they're opening the new gate, right?
Yeah. Okay, Dustin, Jonathan, Nancy, Steve, Erica, I think it's just those 5, all managed to escape in a car away from Billy and are dragging the huge creature with them, and it's following them. And
That's right.
Dustin decides that he needs to get in communication with them, and it's following them. Okay,
And that
thanks,
actually
Dad.
might be, and that actually might be my favorite part of the episode is the when he gets in contact with his girlfriend and she makes him sing
Yeah,
the never-ending story.
Because at the end, then Max and Lucas are making fun of him, and it's hilarious.
But I actually like the song. They actually do a good job with the song.
They did a better job singing it than the original, because I went back and watched the original one on YouTube, because I'm way not that generation.
Right, yeah.
And it was bad.
It's good. They did a really good job. He has a sweet singing voice. He sounds like a kid. It was good. It was fun. They're singing it while the thing's chasing them. There's
My
something kind of
favorite
funny
was
to that.
everyone's reaction to it, because it's over the entire comm set, and so Hopper's over there we're
Yeah,
gonna
everyone
die.
can hear it.
Steve is like, what the hell is going on? He's like,
I love that part.
I think what he said was literally, "Are you serious right now?" And then, and I don't think I think at that point their walkie-talkie at the mall had already been crushed.
Right. It's a great part. I do love that part.
Oh, that's right, because the weird sex dude was all like, "This is why I don't work with kids," and
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
"I hate kids" or something.
So, which is probably good for the kids. So that part happens. That part's funny. I don't remember how they get rid of the monster.
Oh, it gets called back by Billy or whatever.
That's right.
Because they know that.
They're
the
trying to shut the
portal
they're trying to shut the
opens.
portal.
Yeah,
Right.
and so then it's a 2-man job to shut the portal, but the weird Russian dude attacks Hopper, and
Yeah.
and so Joyce is trying to do it, and she has to get it, but it gets busted to the point where it's shooting sparks everywhere.
Right.
And there's no way for Hopper to get back to Joyce. So we see everyone else get zapped, but we don't see Hopper get zapped.
We don't see him get zapped.
But we never see him again. So the theory is that he jumped into the upside down portal and it's still there right now.
But
Or-
how they show it? But they show everybody else get disintegrated though,
Yes.
and that's what they try to imply for the show.
And the end credit scene, do we
Right.
jump to that or do we?
Oh no, yeah. Let's stick
Ooh,
with the.
Okay.
So Hopper's dead. I'm using air quotes. Hopper's dead. So what they do is they show everybody get disintegrated, and then it's implied that happened
Hopper's
to
gone,
him too.
But they don't show
But
it.
when they're going through the dungeon, when they're going through the lair, all the Russians are gone. All of them have escaped. So
yeah, they've all fled.
yeah. Somehow, some way, they're all gone from this underground lair. Kind of cuts to basically everybody's sad. Hopper's dead. 11 doesn't have her powers. She tries moving something with her mind. She doesn't have her powers or something like that.
And she gets cornered by the monster at one point after they've all been
that's
trying
right.
to stop it. And then she's sitting there and she knows that she's about to get knocked out or whatever. This is just going off of my memory.
Right.
But and then Billy either breaks through it or something and
That's right.
betrays the monster and sacrifices himself.
Yeah.
And they've done a lot of touching on his backstory
Yeah.
to try to make you like him, even though he's a gigantic butt.
Yeah.
And But then he dies, and then 11 gets really, really mad or something. I don't remember. But she does something. Somehow she manages to get her powers back enough to...
That's right. Maybe this is when she really loses the powers. She uses everything she's got
That's
to like
what
get
I
rid
thought.
of this
Was
thing.
like she used everything on him. But
She was having issues, though. And then she uses everything she's got on the monster.
I don't think Steve and them actually come back, do they?
I don't think so.
Wait, aren't they? Well, no.
No.
Wait. Okay, no, I don't think so.
So, I mean, the thing is, so they cut into, like, after the monster's been destroyed. We can't remember how that happened. But, and there's no Russians in the lair. They cut to
Joyce
basically...
having to tell...
Yeah, Joyce having to... She's basically adopted 11.
Because
I mean, pretty
she had
much.
to tell her that Hopper was gone.
Right.
And then they both cried, and it was I don't think they even used audio. I think it was just
Yeah.
a sad clip.
And then Joyce and her kids, both kids, actually, that's notable. The older one also is moving. Excuse me. They're moving away. They're leaving Hawkins.
Yeah.
And
Yay, take it somewhere else.
they're all saying their goodbyes because Mike's saying goodbye to 11, and they're all saying goodbye.
Yeah, Jonathan and Nancy saying goodbye.
Yeah,
which
so
means
even
Steve
them,
has
yeah.
a chance.
Because Jonathan's leaving too, because Jonathan's leaving. So
Yes.
So Steve does have a chance. Joyce is obviously in mourning. She's sad. They're leaving.
And then 11 finds a letter written from Hopper about her and Mike getting so touchy at the beginning of the season.
Right.
And it ends with leave the door however much open, and she starts to cry again.
Yep.
And so they make 11 for sure think that he's gone, and everyone else for sure think that he's gone. But then right at the end, in the end
cuts the end
scenes,
credits.
everyone's fine, and
It's in Russia.
It's in Russia, and they have another Demogorgon.
Except for it's like a demo human.
Well, no,
It's on two legs.
yes, the first Demogorgon was.
Yeah, but it's not like.
Okay.
But it's not as big as that though. It's smaller.
I don't know. I think you're.
It's smaller.
Look it up, Dad.
It's not as big as that first one.
Well, no, but it could also be developing still.
Sure,
From
yeah.
a Demodog to a Demogorgon, the in-between phases.
Sure. So,
I mean, we don't know what to
so
call
they're gonna
the blob.
feed it. There's like a bunch of cells, and they're like,
Which one was he from?
I don't know, it doesn't
First
matter.
season? Oh,
Demogorgon end of season 3.
end of season.
Anyway, they're gonna feed it though. They're like saying, and so basically it's all in Russian. They go to these cells and they're like, "What about the American?" And they're like, "No, not him." And then they feed somebody else
So
to,
guessing the portal shot Hopper to
Yeah.
Russia, and then
or he just escaped with all the Russians because all the Russians fled.
The thing is, though, the Russians fled earlier, and then the disintegration took out everyone else that was in that range.
Yeah,
And if Hopper was still in that range, he had to jump through the portal, or he's gone too.
I think it's more they just scooped him up and just took him with them.
Maybe, but there wasn't any other way out. He had to either jump through the portal or get zapped. And nobody else can survive a zap. Why can Hopper survive a zap?
Well, I mean, nothing in the show's believable.
Okay, well, true, but...
I do feel like he's alive. He's the American they're talking about, clearly.
They're not going to kill Hopper,
Well, he's the most popular character in the show, so.
especially after this season.
Right. I mean, overall, it ended good. I definitely got a little misty-eyed,
Yeah.
I would say.
I liked the whole season, and then now looking back on it, it's not as entertaining. It's more entertaining your first time through.
Sure. I definitely got a little misty-eyed when even in his death stuff, even though I was pretty certain they were not going to kill him off, because that would be stupid.
Yeah.
But they still got me a little bit.
Yeah.
Got you too?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they did a good job. Season 4, I hope the whole play thing doesn't take place in in Russia.
Okay, so let's do our predictions for season 4 and what we don't want to have happen since it's our last
So
episode.
not season 4. Or not Russia. Please.
No Russia. If it's Russia and the entire way through I have to watch Russian stuff go down, I might check a non-spoiler review and see if it's gonna be in Russia before I watch it, because I don't want to watch that.
Yeah. I mean, obviously 11 will get her powers back.
Well, that's assuming 11 and Mike and Jonathan and Joyce are even still a part of it.
Nah, they'll be in it. They'll have to be.
But do you think, okay, so if they're still in it because they kind of have to be, do you think that Lucas, Dustin, and Mike and all of them will still be in it?
Yeah.
But they're in a whole new place now.
Yeah. They'll have to find some reason for them all have to go back to Hawkins.
Maybe Dustin's little radio thing will be what they use to keep in touch with all of them. Oh my god, that'd be so...
So here's the nice thing about season 4 in this show. This is primarily one of the reasons why we are not going to cover season 4 on this show. While I liked season 3...
It should have ended.
Yeah, I think so.
They've already announced that season 4 is coming, and season 3 would have been a perfectly fine ending, and they could have left it as Hopper is actually dead.
Sure. But the interest, it's my interest for the show hasn't waned. Like, I'll watch it. But my interest for us talking about the show has waned.
Yeah.
I feel like we've got enough of a chemistry now for our show that we can do a show about what we want to do a show about.
Yeah. Which is gaming currently, because that's way more entertaining than this.
Yeah. So.
And then whatever else we find.
So I think that's where we're at.
All right.
Season 3, better than season 2. I mean, miles above season 2, for sure.
Anything is better than season 2 at this point.
I still think the first half of season 1 was definitely slow.
Yeah.
But it was still, even the first half of the season 2 was still better than the first half of season 3 was still better than season 2.
Yeah. Well,
I hated most of season 2.
God, I can't believe I'm going to say this, but Tall Girl on Netflix was better than season 2.
Tall Girl.
Have you not seen that? That is trash.
Oh, yeah, that was dumb.
That is the...
I didn't watch it. I just
haven't
saw the
seen
trailer.
it.
Oh my god, you poor thing. You own like super big Nikes and crud.
The,
oh my god,
the struggle
I feel
is
so
the
bad
struggle
for
is
you.
real. It's just it's a
Oh,
girl
I know
that
what you're
comes
talking
to school,
about.
And she's tall.
Yeah.
And that's what she's got to be.
How's
That's
the weather up
that's
there?
the demon she has to.
You poor thing.
contend
I like
with.
that. Oh, you poor thing. You have to get big Nikes. I like it. I like his take on it. Yeah. No, but I think, okay, so here's what to expect from a Stranger Show for the next season. Okay? A few things. We're going to talk video games. We're going to talk Disney Plus.
Yes, I am addicted.
I think so.
I'm addicted.
Yeah. I don't have it yet, but I'm gonna.
You've got to watch The Mandalorian.
I'm going to watch it.
It's so good.
So I've figured that. Okay, so gaming, Disney Plus.
Get Disney Plus and then don't watch The Mandalorian.
No, it's
Just
why
as a-
I'm getting it.
just
I
as
want
a-
to watch
just-
it.
Just out of
What? Well,
principle.
Disney Plus also gets you ESPN Plus, so
you can get it. Yeah. Do you have Hulu right now?
I don't.
You can bundle them all.
But you can
can't
You
bundle
can
for like
bundle that.
$12.
It's with commercials. That's the only reason
That's
I ended
fine.
up not doing it
Well, yeah.
because I've
Do you think
become
Derek
so
cares?
averse to commercials.
I don't really
I don't
mind.
think Derek cares, but I care.
I know you care.
I watch YouTube TV and it has commercials. So
Yeah.
okay. Well, what else? What else can they expect for the next season?
Possibly movies.
New movies coming out.
If they're actually good. We ain't talking about Frozen 2.
We're gonna talk about Frozen 2.
Okay, we're talking about Frozen. Yep. All right.
I'm
This
not-
Friday, Derek and I are going to watch Frozen 2, and we'll
all
come
the,
back
all
with
the
a
Lion,
review.
all the Lion King movies,
all the Lion King movies,
all of them,
Oh,
all of them,
and the series.
in the series.
the live-action movie too.
Yeah, well, live action is still a cartoon because they didn't put peanut butter in the mouth of a lion to make it talk. It's still computer animated garbage.
It's animated. It's just new animation.
Yeah, it's still animated though.
Yeah.
That's where you're gonna come to. It's gonna be more pop culture, but stuff that we're interested in exclusively.
So only Elsa.
I want to see like a reanimated
It's the
Lion
Elsa
King
cast.
where they just do like they puppet dead lions around.
Oh yeah, I love that reanimated Lion King. It's terrifying. His jaw just rots off.
Ah.
A Halloween special.
Thanks everybody for listening to the show, though.
Hold on. You
What?
want to do something fun?
Okay, what's the fun thing?
Oh God. No,
Yep.
no,
Yep.
no. You two can just go
No,
wild.
you're doing it.
I'm
You're doing
not.
it. No, have fun.
Come on.
Be a sport.
No.
Don't be lame. Press play. We got this.
No, you guys have
Ready to
fun.
read.
No, you can dare.
Turn around and look at what you see in her face, the mirror of her dreams. Make believe I'm everywhere, giving in the light. Written on the pages is the answer to a never-ending story. Ah.
I mean, I used to love this movie so
Can you
much.
disown me?
Did you ever watch Neverending Story?
No, because I don't care.
Reach the stars, fly a fantasy, dream a dream, and what would you be?
That part was a little tough.
Rhymes that keep their secrets
This song sucks.
will hold behind the clouds, and there upon a rainbow is the answer to a
What?
never-ending story.
My ears.
Never-ending story.
The neighbors.
Do you like the cry at the end of there? Next one's yours, Wyatt.
No.
All right.
Oh no, you're finishing.
Just use it as sign out
You've
music.
committed.
This is the sign out music. Thank you for listening to the show. Season
3 is in the can.
3 is done. But look, we're going to be back. It's going to be a Stranger Show.
Show no fear for what she fade away. In your hand, the birth of a new day. I'm pretty sure this song's about masturbation.
I'm
certain it is.
can't deny it.
The clouds.
Yeah.
And there upon a rainbow is the answer to a never-ending story. Ah, never-ending story. Ah, never-ending story.
Holy crap, how many times do we do it?
Well, we sure are strange.
Never-ending story.
Peace!
You told me I was gonna get to be a cat for work? What?
We're gonna take a load of people and they're gonna pretend to be cats. Like if you just say it out loud, it's